Buenos días y feliz jueves. I only have one announcement for you today, and that is I have someone very special to introduce you guys to at the end of today's lesson, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Bueno, la foto dice, quiero despertarme contigo el resto de mi vida. ¿Qué significa? I'll let you guys think about it for a second. Exacto! Wow, I felt like Dora there a little bit too much. So, quiero despertarme, I want to wake up contigo, with you, el resto de mi vida. Ay, qué lindo, the rest of my life. Maybe you'll say this to someone, hopefully when you're older. Then the other person says, me levanto a las 5 de la mañana. Me levanto a las 5 de la mañana. So, I get up at 5 a.m. Ah, entonces no. Oh, well then no. Ustedes van a hacer 3 actividades hoy. Van a hacer 3 actividades. Primero, vamos a repasar la actividad del lunes. We're going to go over that activity from Monday. I'm going to make 2 parts of that review video. The first part will be for people who really understand reflexive verbs. You feel confident, you feel comfortable, and I commented on that Monday assignment something like, keep up the great work, nice job, very nice work, etc. The other part of the video will be for students who need a little bit of practice or kind of aren't super sure about reflexive verbs. So maybe I commented on that Monday assignment something like, off to a good start, but we have some errors to clean up. La segunda actividad, vamos a practicar la pronunciación de 2 partes de tu lista de vocabulario, yo creo. I think 2 sections of your vocab list. We're going to practice some pronunciation. La tercera actividad y final para hoy. The third and final activity for today is an interpretive practice. It'll be both listening and reading, but the listening clip is like 30 seconds, and the reading, I think, has maybe like 5 questions or something that go along with it. So it won't be super long. All right, let's get into that review from Monday. If you feel confident about reflexive verbs, and I put something on there like, nice job, keep up the great work, then this is a section for you. Okay, so part 1, remember we have 1 reflexive verb in our sentence, meaning we're just going to have a reflexive pronoun, then a conjugated verb. So let's check these over. Number 1, Elena brushes her teeth. Elena se lava los dientes. Elena se lava los dientes. Number 2, Carlos and I take off our shoes. Carlos y yo nos quitamos los zapatos. Nos quitamos. Number 3, my cousins get ready. Mis primos se arreglan. Mis primos se arreglan. Number 4, his kids get dressed. Sus niños se ponen la ropa. Sus niños se ponen la ropa. O sus niños se visten. Sus niños se visten. This was probably the most missed one, especially if you use vestirse. And that's because vestirse is not only a reflexive verb, but it's also a stem change verb. So it ends up being se visten. Number 5, we put on makeup. Nos maquillamos. Nos maquillamos. Number 6, do you relax? This is a case where we're going to get rid of that do and just use our voice to show it's a question. So you end up with, ¿te relajas? ¿Te relajas? Okay, practice 2. Remember in practice 2, there could be 1 verb in the sentence, or there could be 2 verbs in the sentence. So number 1, did you just do your hair? There's 2 verbs in this sentence. We're using acabar de plus a reflexive verb. ¿Te acabas de peinar? O acabas de peinarte? So you have 2 options of where that reflexive pronoun can go. It can go at the beginning or at the very end attached to the infinitive. Number 2, he washes his face. There's only 1 verb in the sentence. Él se lava la cara. Él se lava la cara. Number 3, I'm going to take a shower. There's 2 verbs. Going and to take are both verbs. So you end up with me voy a bañar. Me voy a bañar. O voy a bañarme. Notice that the reflexive verb doesn't go both places. It's either going to go at the beginning or attached to the end. Number 4, they want to go to bed. There's 2 verbs there, want and to go to bed. So you could either have se quieren acostar, o quieren acostarse. Number 5, she doesn't dry her hair. Ella no se seca el pelo. Ella no se seca el pelo. There's only 1 verb, so only 1 option for this one. Number 6, I can't fall asleep. This one also tripped a lot of people up. There's 2 verbs in this sentence. Can, coming from poder, and to fall asleep being dormirse. So when you put it all together, it either becomes no me puedo dormir, o no puedo dormirme. And the last one, number 7, we get up. There's only 1 verb, so you only have 1 option. It's nos levantamos. nos levantamos. Okay, so if you look at practice 1, we're working with our reflexive verbs. Remember, a reflexive verb is something that ends with say on the end. And in the first practice, you only have one verb, meaning in every sentence, you're going to need to have a reflexive pronoun, me, te, say, etc., and a conjugated verb. So for number 1, Elena brushes her teeth. Elena se lava los dientes. Elena se lava los dientes. I chose se because it's the reflexive pronoun that goes with ella, right? Elena is equivalent to ella. It's the same thing as she. So se is what I chose for my pronoun. Then lava, again, is the ella conjugation of the verb lavar. So I'm taking lavarse in its infinitive form, and in this case it becomes se lava los dientes. Okay, number 2, Carlos and I take off our shoes. This is the nosotros form, so everything that we're going to add is going to be in the nosotros form. So it ends up being Carlos y yo nos quitamos los zapatos. So it comes from quitarse, and quitarse in this case transforms to become nos quitamos. So in order for it to make sense in a sentence, you cannot just put quitarse in there. You need to use the nos form of the reflexive pronoun, nos, and you need to use the nosotros form of the verb, nos quitamos, with our amos ending. Okay, number 3, my cousin gets ready. Mi primo se arregla. Okay, arreglarse becomes se arregla when you put it in a sentence in this case. Mi primo is the same thing as él o ella, puede ser prima. So I'm using se arregla. Number 4, his kids get dressed. Sus niños se ponen la ropa. Se ponen la ropa. Okay, it's in the ellos conjugation of the verb because sus niños is equivalent to ellos. So you end up with se ponen. Oh, you can also use the word vestirse. Vestirse also means to put on your clothes. Vestirse is a stem change boot verb and a reflexive verb. When you conjugate vestirse in the ellos or ellas form, it becomes se visten. Se visten. So that's number 4. Number 5, we put on makeup. You could say, nosotros nos maquillamos. Nosotros nos maquillamos. So again, maquillarse converts to nos maquillamos when we use it in a sentence. Or you could just say nos maquillamos. You don't even need to have nosotros there, but you can if you want. Okay, number 6, do you relax? This is one of those cases where we're going to get rid of do in a question in Spanish and just use our voice to show that it's a question. So do you relax becomes te relajas. Te relajas. I have a reflexive pronoun te at the front and then a conjugated verb, relajas. Okay, moving on to part 2. Number 1, did you just do your hair? This is another example of where we're going to use our voice to show that it's a question. So you can ignore that do, and in Spanish we're really going to say, you just did your hair? Remember, our just comes from one of our little formulas that we've seen earlier this year. This is going to be an acabar plus de plus infinitive. And I know it gets a little crazy mixing in a reflexive verb, but you can do it. So did you just do your hair becomes acabas de peinarte. Acabas de peinarte. O te acabas de peinar. Te acabas de peinar. So we're taking our acabar plus de plus reflexive verb in this case. And remember, because there's 2 verbs, acabar y peinar, son verbos, because there's 2 of them, we have 2 options of where our reflexive pronoun can go. It can go at the beginning of our verb phrase, te acabas de peinar, or at the end of it, acabas de peinarte. Okay, number 2, he washes his face. Él se lava la cara. Él se lava la cara. There's only one verb, so we're doing exactly what we did in part 1. Él se lava la cara. Number 3, I'm going to take a shower. There are 2 verbs in this sentence, going and to take. I'm going to take. Again, going to do something is one of our formulas that we saw from earlier this year. What do you think it is? Ir plus a plus infinitive. Okay, so in this case, it would end up being voy a bañarme. Voy a bañarme. O me voy a bañar. Again, because there's 2 verbs, you have 2 options of where your pronoun can go. Me voy a bañar o voy a bañarme. They want to go to bed. There are 2 verbs in this sentence as well. Want and to go to bed are both verbs. So for number 4, you should have had ellos se quieren acostar. O quieren acostar se. I'm conjugating my first verb, quieren, in the ellos form, and then I'm using the se pronoun because, again, this is an ellos type sentence. Number 5, she doesn't dry her hair. There's only one verb in this sentence, which is dry, okay? So we're going to do exactly what we did in practice 1. First comes your reflexive pronoun, me, te, se, then a conjugated verb. In this case, it would become, ella no se seca el pelo. Ella no se seca el pelo. And that's your only option for number 5 because, again, you only have one verb in the sentence. Number 6, I can't fall asleep. There's 2 verbs in this sentence, can't and to fall asleep. Those are both verbs. You can either say, no me puedo dormir. No me puedo dormir. O, no puedo dormirme. No puedo dormirme. And the last one, number 7, we get up. Only one verb in this sentence. So you're going to have a pronoun, conjugated verb. So we're taking levantarse, and to put it in the nosotros form, it ends up being nos levantamos. Nos levantamos. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do today is some quick pronunciation practice. I lied, we're actually only doing one section of the vocab list, so it won't take long at all. But here we go. The first phrase, repitan, ¿qué es tu rutina en? ¿Qué es tu rutina en? And it means what is your routine in or on. So what's your routine on the weekend, or what's your routine on Monday? And you can explain how your routine is different every day or at different parts of the week. The next one, repitan, ¿cómo es un día típico para ti? Which means what is a typical day like for you? Again, this is a very helpful question when you're asking and answering questions about your daily routine. Next up, repitan, ¿qué tienes que hacer hoy? Mañana. What do you have to do today or tomorrow? This is a throwback to Spanish 1. Remember that when we use tener plus que plus an infinitive, I'm asking what do you have to do, okay? I'm asking about what someone has to do. In this case, what do you have to do? ¿Qué tienes que hacer? And you can fill in the blank, hoy, mañana, el lunes, este fin de semana, depending on what time you want to know about. Next, repitan, normalmente, ¿qué haces por la mañana, tarde, noche? Which means, what do you do in the morning, afternoon, or at night? A couple other useful phrases, repitan, diario, which means daily or every day. You can tell me what parts of your daily routine you do every single day. Next, repitan, entre semana. Entre semana means during the week. So again, you can tell me I wake up at this time during the week, but on weekends I do something else. So you could say something like, me levanto a las 7 entre semana, pero los fines de semana, and then give a different answer. So, speaking of which, the next one, repitan, los fines de semana. Los fines de semana is not quite a literal translation. It means on the weekend. Okay, so I know in English we would say on the weekend, and generally in Spanish the word for on is en, but in this case we're going to say los fines de semana. The same thing goes for when we're talking about a specific day. If you remember back to Unit 1, if I'm talking about on Friday, I'm actually going to say el viernes, or if I'm talking about on Tuesday, el martes, etc. Okay, 2 more phrases. Repitan, tengo que. And like I already mentioned, this is a throwback from Spanish 1. Tengo plus que plus infinitive is something that you have to do. And the last one, repitan, normalmente yo. Which means normally I. And again, you can use this phrase when talking about your daily routine and kind of giving some of that information. All right, we have made it to the last activity for today. This activity is a 2-part activity. The first part is an interpretive listening, and then you'll also have an interpretive reading. But both of them are very short, I promise. For the interpretive listening, I'm looking for 2 things. The main idea, again, tell me the subtopics and categories, etc. that you hear covered in the clip. The second part is keywords. Hay 10 palabras que tú vas a escuchar en el video. Hay 10 palabras.
Normalmente me levanto a las 7:30 de la mañana, empiezo el día de trabajo a las 8:30 de la mañana, trabajo hasta la 1:30 de la tarde, 1:30 de la tarde a 2:30 de la tarde tomo mi refrigerio, regreso a mi centro de trabajo y me quedo a trabajar mínimo hasta las 6 de la tarde. Probablemente me quede entre 6 de la tarde, hay veces que me he tenido que quedar hasta las 11 de la noche a trabajar De allí me voy generalmente a partir de las 6, 7 de la noche me voy a un gimnasio y a clases de francés, de ahí regreso a mi casa.